Torrance, obvious question. What is going on that you guys cannot hold a lead, especially late?
Really, it's come down to execution. We've been in position to make the plays. Whether we just couldn't pull down the interception, we just couldn't get the sack. It's just come down to executing. The great teams, they find a way to come out with a win under all the circumstances. No matter what the circumstances are, they come out with a win, and we just got to dig deep and try to make that play.
What can you guys do different coming out of halftime? The third quarter has seemed to be your nemesis during this three-game slide.
Well, with most games, when the offense goes into halftime, they make adjustments. So they made adjustments to what we did. So then we have to make adjustments during the third quarter to counter their adjustments. This past week, I think in third quarter, we didn't do too bad. We had 2 picks that were called pass interferences. We got our hands on a number of balls. We just didn't pull them in. We just got to make the plays. We're in position. The great calls are great. Players are in position. We just got to make the plays.
How do you stop those thoughts of creeping in of here we go again? Another lead, another situation like this. How do you get that out of your mind so that it doesn't happen?
Basically, you just got to stay focused on the moment. I know our coaches on the sideline, they're always just focused about the next play, the next play, the next play. Don't let those thoughts creep in. No matter what the score is, no matter what happens with the offense, no matter what, we got to think about the next play. And that's how we look forward to it.
So you don't think that you need to change the strategy at all and be less aggressive? You think you just said it's coming down to making a play?
No, not at all. Like I said, it's just come down to making a play. We're in position. We watched film with a critical eye yesterday, and we seen that we were in position to make all the plays necessary. Whether it was just not pulling it down, whether it was slipping on the ground, whether it was just a bad call, whether it was we just have to make the play. We're not making the plays right now that we need to win.
Having been through this tough stretch, 3 tough losses where you give up a double-digit lead, what is this team going to learn about itself moving forward based on going through this?
Basically, we learned that we can win every game that we're in. We think we can play with anybody. Our offense is doing great right now. So when we do give up some points, we know that they have our back. But basically, we just learned that we can play with anybody. We just have to make the plays.
Torrance, as a senior and a leader on this team, how do you rally the troops yourself?
Just go out there with energy today. 3 tough losses. It's week 7, week 8 of the season. Everybody's kind of down. Everybody's kind of tired. We just got to go out there with energy. I'm just going to go out there today and practice as if it was, a playoff game, national championship game today at practice.
You talk about going to South Dakota State. I think you had a bad memory of that 2 years ago.
Yeah, I broke my foot there 2 years ago in the first quarter. But it's a tough place to play. The crowd, it's a great crowd, great atmosphere. Field's not too good, but and they're a tough team. They're physical, and they will play hard for 4 quarters. I think I've played them 2 or 3 years now, and every year it's a dogfight to the end, and they bring it every snap. So we got to be prepared, and it starts today at practice.
These types of games that go back and forth where you're having 70 points scored, are those easy to play in, or are they tough to play in, or is it just what's the mindset when you're in one of these types of games that you guys have been in the last 3 years?
Basically, it's just comes down to we need to make a play. We thought we made that play, but we had to go back out there again on the last series, and we didn't come up with the stop that we came up with the series before. So it's just, in the back and forth games, it's just staying positive, worried about the next play, and how do we stop them the next time out.
Torrance, I would think with 10-point leads, it's human nature to relax. Do you sense there's some relaxation on defense?
No, actually, watching the film, that first series of the third quarter, I think we played with even more passion, even more excitement, even more energy than we did in the first half. It's just, like I said, it came down, we didn't make the plays that we needed to.
Can you, based on what you've seen so far, give us some specifics on what the South Dakota State offense does that you guys will have to contend with?
They run the ball. They're big O-line, they're physical, and they line up, they tell you what they're going to do, and they do it. It's up to us to be fundamentally sound and be tough. We have to be tougher than them. We have to be more physical than they are, if we want to come out there with a win.
facing another quarterback who seems like he's been around forever, Manette. Just what type of player is he, and what do you remember from him?
Just a solid player. I don't see many mistakes out of him. They'll go out and they'll get their 3 yards, 4 yards, and they'll get their first downs and they'll move the ball. You know, they won't have a lot of huge big plays, but they'll just be consistent. We have to be more consistent than they are.
When you see that they play Nebraska pretty tight, what's that? What do you think?
Just shows how tough this conference is. You know, North Dakota State beating Kansas. I think we played Penn State pretty well for a half, and I just think that the talent in this conference is tremendous, and it's a tremendous game. Just coming up this week, we're gonna see where we are.
Kurt kind of touched on it. Can you just speak to the fact that the things you still want to accomplish this season are still out there? It's 3 losses, but still out there. And can you just talk to that?
Oh well, I was thinking about it earlier today. We win these next 4 games. We're a 4-game winning streak, and I think the committee will have something to think about come playoff time. We're just gonna. But like Kurt said at the beginning of the year, we had goals of winning these last 4 games, no matter what it was. So right now we still have those same goals of winning these 4 games.